What's going on YouTube? Flashy here, and it is Tuesday, and Iron Banner is back in Destiny 2, so of course I had to come up with some kind of PvP build for you guys today, so that's what we're going to be getting into. Personally, I've been using this build over the past couple hours now since Iron Banner has been out, and it's been a ton of fun, and it's working really well, and I'm actually winning quite a few matches, even though I'm playing solo, which doesn't happen too often for me in Iron Banner. But before we get into the build, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future Destiny 2 videos, and if you could leave a like on the video, that would be much appreciated. But let's get into our build today, and I honestly was not sure which subclass I wanted to use in Iron Banner this week, but it kind of made it easy for me. The weekly challenge is to play as Void or Stasis, so I was like, you know what, let's do Void today. Now to start in our subclass, we're going to be going with the Nova Bomb Vortex, although I've seen people running Cataclysm today, and it's pretty good. Those little Seekers that go out are not bad at all, but whichever one you want here, both of them have the same base cooldown, so whichever one you like more, I'm going with Vortex. Then we're going to be going Healing Rift and Burst Glide, the usual with Warlocks. We only have one melee option with Pocket Singularity, and then our grenade is going to be Vortex Grenade. And the reason we're using Vortex is this build is all about AOE and controlling the space, because if you guys aren't aware, Iron Banner is control, which is hold the point, and when you can just throw a Vortex Grenade on the point and just let it sit there, you do a lot of damage and you keep the enemies off. It works really well in this game mode. But moving over into our aspects, our first aspect is going to be Child of the Old Gods. This is going to give us a Void Soul, which actually works out really nicely, especially with this build. Every time we cast our Rift, we're going to be getting a Void Soul, and when we damage a target, our Void Soul is going to fly to them, it's going to drain them, do damage, and weaken them. Again, another way to just kind of control space. But furthermore, when a target is being drained, we're actually getting grenade and melee energy, and a lot of this build is all about our abilities, it's about our grenades, it's about our melees, so this helps a lot, just getting that Void Soul out there and have it start draining an enemy. And then even more so, when we defeat a target who's being drained, we get class ability energy, so again, even more energy coming back to us. We're going to be using all of our abilities constantly, which is what I like a lot about this build. It's not kind of just our guns. It also really does involve the class. After that, we're going to grab Chaos Accelerant, which allows us to overcharge our grenade, making it deadlier and more effective. And since we're using Vortex Grenade, the size and the linger duration of the Vortex are going to be increased. Really, really good. Again, for that AOE or area of effect component of this build. And then down to our fragments, we're going to be going with the same drill here. We definitely want more melee, more grenade energy back. So the first fragment is going to be Echo of Exchange. Melee final blows grant grenade energy. And then we're buffing our Vortex Grenade even more with Echo of Remnants, which gives it even more increased duration. And then finally, we're going Echo of Provision, damaging targets with grenades, grants melee energy. Again, more of that regen. So now that we got our subclass, let's move over into our weapons. And there is one weapon that brings all this together, and that is the Wither Horde, whose intrinsic trait is Primeval's Torment. Projectiles fired by this weapon blight the target or nearby area on impact. It just drops down an area of effect burn, where if opponents stand on it, they get burned, and if you hit them direct impact, it'll kill them, and then it'll drop the burn. You'll see in the clips, this is perfect for just shooting it onto the point, shooting it around corner. It doesn't matter. If you guys play Crucible, you know about the Wither Horde, and you probably hate it, but hey, if you can't beat them, join them. But honestly, I've been loving the Wither Horde in Crucible. It's so much fun. And then for your secondary, you could do whatever you want here. I'm kind of rocking with a scout rifle right now, kind of staying back and just picking off opponents after I do all my damage that I got to do. But I've noticed that an SMG in the secondary slot is really good as well. And then for our heavy, you could go with whatever you want. Probably a rocket launcher, since we're playing control. It works really well to just clear out the points or anything like that. But now let's move over to our armor, and we'll get into our mods as well. So our exotic for armor is going to be the Eye of Another World exotic helmet with the armor perk Cerebral Uplink. Highlights priority targets. We don't really need that, but improves the regeneration speed of your grenade, melee, and rift, which is absolutely amazing. This entire build is all about regenning our abilities and doing area of effect damage, and this helps with that because you're constantly getting back your grenade, constantly getting back that melee, and we're getting back our rift with the helmet. But also, let's move down to our bond. We're also getting back our rift with utility kickstart, which is when your class ability energy is fully expended, you gain class ability energy. So as soon as you use it, it's already refunded. I think it's like 20% or something around there. Really, really nice to use that utility kickstart. And you can have two, which makes it even better. And then for some more armor mod, let's go over to our gauntlets. We're going to be grabbing the bolstering detonation, grants up class ability energy when you cause damage with a grenade. Again, we're going to be throwing vortex grenades. They're going to be just sitting on points, so we'll be getting damage with them. And then also focusing strike grants class ability energy when you cause damage with a melee, which we'll be using our melee quite a bit as well. And then really, that's the entirety of the build. It's nothing crazy, but it works so well just because of all the AOE. You shoot your Wither Horde, now you have a giant pool just burning any enemies that are standing on the point. You throw your Vortex Grenade after charging it, Now it's just a big circle of AOE damage sitting on the point. You could throw your melee, your pocket singularity, which is going to push enemies off the point. It's going to make them volatile, and it's going to do a little bit of damage. And then you also have your Void Soul, which is attaching to enemies, weakening them, giving back your grenade, giving back your melee. And again, it all just comes together to control the space, and it works so nicely. You're constantly using your abilities, constantly dropping Wither Horde blights all over the map. And then eventually, when you do get your Nova Bomb, you can slam it down and get like a triple kill on some people capturing a flag. But overall, that'll wrap up my Iron Banner Void Warlock build. Again, I've been using this over the past couple hours now. It's absolutely fantastic. It works really well when you're soloing Iron Banner. But as with all builds on this channel, let me know what you guys would change about it. Would you change out any of the exotics or anything in the subclass? Let me know down in the comments. Best of luck in Iron Banner this week. I hope you guys get some god rolls. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.